Deuteronomy chapter 4 verses 1-2, and 6-8. The ears of those who are deaf will be cleared, and the tongue of those who are mute will sing. Moses said to the people, Now, Israel, hear the statutes and decrees which I am teaching you to observe, that you may live, and may enter in and take possession of the land, which the Lord, the God of your fathers, is giving you. In your observance of the commandments of the Lord, your God, which I enjoin upon you. You shall not add to what I command you nor subtract from it. Observe them carefully, for thus will you give evidence of your wisdom and intelligence to the nations, who hear of all these statutes and say, This great nation is truly a wise and intelligent people. For what great nation is there that has gods so close to it as the Lord, our God, is to us, whenever we call upon him? Or what great nation has statutes and decrees that are as just as this whole law which I am setting before you today? Have you ever considered how truly fortunate Israel was to be God's chosen people? Of all the nations of the world they were able to be the closest to God. God spent a great deal of time blessing them, instructing and guiding them along the pathway to heaven. Still, even with this closeness, from time to time Israel ignored God and his laws, but still he loved them beyond all understanding. Kind of reminds you of a modern-day parental relationship with a wayward child. You will always forgive them, and if they ask you will take them back into your home. God had tried to shape the life of Israel, just as a mother and father of a conventional family tries to do for their child. Comes a time when the child strikes out on their own, as did the prodigal son. He took all that the father had given him, and went his own way to live life, as he, not God, desired. That didn't turn out well for him. Why? Because he broke the commandments of God and did not live up to the worldly laws either. He obeyed no one but himself. You shall not add to what I command you nor subtract from it. How could any human being improve upon the Creator's laws? The 10 Commandments are the basics, the underpinning, the supports of Christianity. The Jewish leaders created 603 laws to add to God's 10 laws. In their prideful arrogance, they attempted to make those laws as equal in importance as God's laws. If you obey all 10 of God's laws, you typically don't have to fear arrest or a prison term. If you obey all 10 laws, you will typically be loved by all who know you. And most importantly, if you obey all 10 laws, you will not fear death nor judgment day. To add or subtract to these laws only serves to take perfection, and make them into imperfection. Obey God's law first, before considering the laws of man. Manny Pacquiao.